Hello everybody, it's Damien again here, former IELTS speaking examiner, here to give you all the necessary information you need. Now, this next part is very important. Well, it's all important, but the next part is quite important because in this section, I'm going to explain to you the 4 marking criteria. If you can get these 4 parts done, if you do them very well, then there's a good chance that your overall IELTS speaking score will be good, will be what you want. Of course, I hope most of you can get 7. I know that some of you will be trying to aim for a 6 right now, but we all have different levels. It's absolutely fine. In general, there is fluency and coherence. That's the first mark that you will receive. That means your ability to keep speaking, your ability not to hesitate, and your ability to use different types of English language, which I will explain in a moment. The next part is called lexical resource. So that's your words, it's the phrases that you use, phrasal verbs, for example. If you're able to use any idioms, although you don't actually need to, but idiomatic language is an important part of this part. And also your ability to paraphrase. Don't just copy the same words that the examiner asks you. For example, if he says, "What's your favorite food?" please don't start by saying, "My favorite food is." You can use different words such as, "Well, I really enjoy eating blah, blah, blah." The third marking criteria is grammar. So, of course, using correct grammar is important. Not missing out prepositions and small words in the sentences, choosing the right kind of words to make the grammar complete. But also, it's a variety of grammar, different types of grammar. If you can use a future tense and a past tense, that would be great. For example, I plan to go abroad next year. I went to America last year and that was fantastic. So I really hope I can continue that dream. Do you see how I went forward and then I talked about the past and maybe forward again? So grammar range is quite important as well as the accuracy. The fourth part is pronunciation. And that's not just speaking English clearly. It's also the speed that you speak. Because a common problem in IELTS is speaking too slowly. Very often the student, or as we say, the candidate, speaks too slowly because they have to think about what they want to say. They have to try to remember those key words. And that slows down the speech of the person, which is not the best outcome. That's why practice makes perfect. So we need to try to practice our fluent speaking as much as possible. Don't just think that you can perform really well on the day unless your English speaking mark is already quite good. So also about pronunciation, we have things like chunking, and it's the rhythm, like the music of your voice. Things like intonation are quite important. So all that is part of pronunciation. So that's the 4 marking criteria. And I think it's time that we looked at the visuals about that. So let's go in, let's begin and take some notes.